Hi everybody, this is Jean-Charles Compagnon with the KiOui apps, and today I want to show you one of our new application called KeySales and how to use it and what it can do for you. So to first register to our application, you will want to go to the application tab here, click on it, and go to the App Center. In the App Center, you will be able to see, if you scroll down, KeySales right here. If you do not see it, you can always search for KiOui. All of our apps are named with KiOui, K-I-O-U-I, but it spells KiOui. You get the pun. And once you search for it, you should get all of our apps. Today, we're going to concentrate on KeySales. So I'm going to go ahead and try it for free right now. I'm going to use the 30-day free. You will see probably the 99 cents a month as soon as it gets released. And I will click agree, and press OK. When you use the 99 cents, it will take you to PayPal and ask you to sign up for a 99 cents a month agreement. We hope you understand that we need to charge a little bit for it. So once you have it, you can click Start here to start your KeySales. And you can see that there is no data populated at this time. It takes a little bit for the data to enter. We need to import all kind of information from eBay. And it takes a little bit, probably 10-15 minutes. I want to show you another way of accessing your KeySales. When you are on your My eBay page and you register to Selling Manager, you will get what we call widgets here. eBay has a lot of widgets, that shows activities and things. And KeySales is probably going to show up on the bottom right here. You can click here on this little icon, arrow on the right, and move it to the right or move it up and change its location within the page. You will be able to see here your data, the same as on the home page once it gets populated. And you will be able to search as well for your transaction. I'll show you this feature a little bit as soon as it's all imported. And to start the application, you can go to Application, just hover over it. And normally it should show up down the list. Let's see, if I click on Application, and I do not see KeySales. That is probably something that eBay should fix. It should show up here in the list. The other way of starting it, when you are on this page, let's see, nope, still not there, is to click on Start right down here, and it will take you right into the application. So the first thing that I want to show you is that this main report here, by default, is calculated and returns information within the past 30 days. There's not a lot of configuration in this application, but that is one that you can configure. If you would want to run this report for less than 30 days or less than the last 30 days, because it's a rolling 30 days, you could change that to 7 days, for example, if you want to see your 7 days average. And there's another report that I will show you a little bit later called the buyer that spent more than report, and it will search for buyers that spent more than, in this case, $100 for you by default. I'm going to set this one to $40 because my products are a little bit cheaper and I want to see who spent more than $40. And I'm going to save that. So let's go back to the home. And while this is populating, I want to show you a little bit some of the features that we have. The how-to videos will take you to a YouTube channel where you will get this video and other videos about our application. Sales will give you a sale report. Oh, see, it's already started to import. It will give you a sale report with information on your sales. The last sales being on top. You can see that you get the name of the person, their eBay user ID, name, phone number, email address. In some cases, like here, we do not get all of the information. That is because, or here, it's missing the email. eBay is very picky as to which information they will give us, and they only limit the amount of information such as email that we can get every day. So what we do is we try every 4 hours to get more information and to populate this data more for you. But it's interesting to see, which kind of information you can get. This is the transaction ID or the sale record ID here, the item ID, the title. We shorten it up, but if you hover the mouse over, you get the full title, SKU number if you use the SKU number, and all kind of good information here, your fees, total fees. This is the transaction price. So transaction price, you had you sold one for $19.99, or I sold one for $19.99 plus free shipping. The eBay fees were $2. The PayPal fees were 80 cents for a total of $2.80. Now, one of the things that is very, very powerful with our application is that you can export every single one of our reports to a CSV file or to an Excel file. I'm going to show you the Excel file. In the case of this report, we do not export this specific report. What we do is we actually export all of the information we have on the sale. And I'm going to try to minimize that a little bit, show you what it looks like. Here, make it fit in my window. This is all of the information we get from eBay. This is raw data. Email field, adjustment, that is if there were a return. This is way more than the information we display. It has everything from their name to if they're using no VAT tax, if their eBay user is confirmed, if their user ID has changed, when their last user ID was changed. There is a lot of information here. And we provide this raw data so that you can use it yourself to write your own reports and to write, if you want to have a total fees, for example, those would be the eBay fee. You can do this, and your total would be $5.86. You could sort it by date. This is the last time it was modified. There's the date of the transaction, external time transaction. That's when you got paid. So again, this is raw data, but if you're good with Excel, you can manipulate it. If you're not good with Excel, feel free to let us know. We can write some reports that are a little bit more customized and export it. But this one is really important to show all of the data that you can have here. This is the quantity that I had listed. This is the type of listing. Fixed price is a fixed price. Chinese is auction style. That's a really funny name. Sometimes you gotta wonder why this was called Chinese. Probably because it's used a lot by the Chinese. But anyway, this is to show you raw information here that we have, that we try to populate as much as we can so that you can use it. So I'm not going to save this report, but you can save it to Excel. You also have it in CSV file. So that was the sale report here. Now let's see if some of our other report got populated. We have most valuable buyers, most amount spent. So those reports have not run yet. You would have transaction by state. It's probably waiting a little bit to run. Reports, this one would just give you emails. So this is a report with email. If I would to build a custom report for you guys, depending on something that people want a lot, this is where it would go under the report. If you're looking at extracting email address, you can just click export. You have it here, click yes, and here you go. You got a file with all of your email address from when we have started to import your data. And by default, when you sign up for the application, we can only go back 30 days. But as you're registered to the application, this will keep populating. And we have a plan to keep about 6 months of information in there. So that's one of the report, the email report. Now remember that eBay has some very strict policies about not harassing your buyers, abusing this information. All of this information is already available in eBay in different places, and it's a pain a little bit to get to all of that information, which is why we made this application. But remember that it's a severe transgression of policies if you start spamming your buyers with this information. However, it can be very useful information. I will show you as soon as the most valuable reports gets populated that, for example, when you get a most valuable buyer, somebody that spent more than, or your top buyer that has bought 20 times from you, then you might want to take their address here and send them a Christmas card. I'm sure they'll like it, and they'll probably buy some more from you. So while this is populating still, I want to show you the search feature a little bit. You can search for a lot of things here, and if it does not return the information, or if it's not a searchable field, let me know. I will be happy to add it. Let's say somebody calls me on the phone and they say, well, let me look at myself so I can return something. So they're on the phone with me, and quickly all I can understand is that his name is Bart. So it's Bart something. So I click Bart, press search or enter, and it returns the information for that sale. When it was purchased, the tracking number, you can click on the tracking number and it will open another window here that I'm bringing over. That should take you to the post office with delivery information and everything, as long as you update your tracking number within eBay. This is a little slow. Let's just let it load. Come on, post office, you can do it. We have faith in you. Here you go. And I can see that it was delivered on November 29th in this town. So if the person tells me, hey, I didn't get my package, then I can redirect them and say, oh, well, I can see that you paid on November 27 at 7:08 p.m. and I actually shipped it, an hour later or an hour 30 later. So our shipping was pretty fast. I sent it to this address, because this is the address on file for the sale. And the name was Shirley Scott. Oh, well, Bart just got divorced from Shirley, and so Shirley probably got his wig, and it probably was sent to the wrong address. Oh, well, this is where it is. So you need to get a hold of Shirley and try to figure out, oh, well, thank you, this is very great service. You get the idea. You can also see that you have address and things. You have phone number if you need to call him back, and we populate all of the information that we can from eBay if we have it. And those reports didn't process yet. Let me try to go to the back end of the app itself and see if I can speed that up a little bit for the video. If not, actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut this video and then just come back right away when it's populated. You won't see any difference, but this will speed it up for you. So I'll be back in a minute. Okay, everybody, we're back. The data has populated, and I'm just changed my let's see, I'm just changing this report to 30 days. And if I click on the home, we'll see if we'll let that report run a little bit to see if it will change the data for 30 days, so I can get a little bit more information to show you. But you can see that it calculates, for example, the total number of orders in this one. It's in 7 days, but it will refresh to 30 days. If you hover the mouse over, there I am click, it should show you that it's the total. I'm sorry. This should be just US only, and this should be international sales. So you can see the difference. The average fees, none of all of those have calculated yet. They will populate as it comes. So now I want to show you the most valuable, for example, report. So the most amount spent, this will be those two buyers here. They're sorted on top. I can get their name and information. If I wanted to email them or thank them, I could just click on their name and it would do a search for their name and return their information. I can send them a postcard. I could call them myself and say, hey, thank you so much for spending a lot of money with us. I could also go to the most item bought. So this one, you can see that there's only one. They just bought one item from me. But if somebody would have bought 20 items in 5 orders, you would see 5 here, 5 here, and 20 here. This is helpful to try to find some of the buyers that spend the most with you, that spends that buys most often. And same thing, if there would be more than one, you could click on their name to search for it. If you click on their user ID here, it actually does the same. It searches, but for the user ID this time. Most transaction, those are returning customers, again, or number of orders. Again, here, I only have one, so my data is not really compelling to show you. However, if you had 5 here, this would mean that this person had 5 orders with you. So it's a person that returned 5 times or bought 5 items in a row. And you could see that by clicking on their name again and seeing that information. You can also click on the email address to search by email address. Spent more than, well, nobody has spent more than $40 with me, so it doesn't display anything. If you were to go back to the most item but there's not currently an export function here, but I will fix that in the next couple of hours, and you will be able to export all of those reports directly to Excel. Now, transaction by, those are nice to see which state, transaction by state, which state you sell the most. So in my case, I just sold 1. But this is helpful to see that, for example, you sell more on the East Coast or West Coast, and you can adjust your ending times with those. And same thing, they will be exportable. By country, right now it's only United States, so it didn't display anything. I'm going to have to see why this report didn't run. It probably will run again and display information by the country. And again, all of those reports will be exportable. And you can click on home, see it started to populate the fees here, and all kind of other information. Now, this information here, if you go back to your selling manager and you go down to key sales, it shows the same information right here. And if somebody's on the phone and tell you that their name is Bart, you can also search right there without having to go to the full application just to get, oh yeah, that's the tracking number here, and that's when you should have received it, type of information. Or I didn't receive it. When did you ship my item? Sure, I shipped it at that time on that date. You can also see, you know, fees, so you can decide right there if you want to accept a return or not. Or this is powerful. If you click on the little name here in this view, it will actually take you to the selling manager or the sold item, so that you can get the eBay information and see if you want to get to the sale information or not. If I click back and search for Bart again, you can see here that feedback was received, feedback was left, it was a fixed price transaction. You get a little picture of the person. So we hope that this application will be very helpful for you. I'm looking forward to get comments from people as to if some reports would be easier to have here. I know some of you have talked about maybe a fee report, and I'm looking for some information as to which information from the sale, basically which information from this big Excel document that has all of your sale information, which is in my database, do you want to be put into a report so that it's easier for you to read. So just let me know. Use our app. Try our other applications too if you want. We'd be happy to get any comments from you. and we hope you like this application. Once again, this is Jean-Charles from the KiOui apps, and I wish you a great holiday, as this is this December 2012. So you have a good time. Thanks.